Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to Having a Crack. Today, we're going to be looking at Arcade Tycoon. Now, hang around at the end of the video, I'll be telling you how you might be able to win a copy of this game. But let's find out a little bit about it. Today, we're going to be doing a kind of first impressions review. The game is currently in early access. It's in closed alpha at the moment, but will be being released on the 12th of September. So all the links to all the information about the game is in the video description, and it's on Steam, and also links to the website is there as well. Now, full disclosure, I was given a copy of this game by the developers, and they also provided the game copy that I will be giving away. They asked me to do a video on it, so I happily obliged. It looks like something quite up my street, because Arcade Tycoon is a build-manage simulation game where you buy the latest machines to prize your hard-earned cash off your guests. So it's got a lot of things close to my heart. I love build and management. I love simulation and tycoon games. So this is right up my alley. Now, if I haven't mentioned already, the game is out on the 12th of September. On the first week, I believe it's going to be 20% off, and the standard retail price in pounds is £14.99. It took up 1.4 gig on my hard drive to install, and at the moment, at the time of recording, there is no campaign, but that will be coming relatively soon. Now, I've done the tutorial just so I'm not fumbling around like a buffoon, and today we're going to have a sandbox game. Have a look at it, and then later, like I said, you may be able to win a copy of this towards the end of the video. But without further ado, let's crack on and have a look. So, game loads up. We've got a menu here, a nice simple menu, options, a bit of information about the fact that it's an early access game and so forth. From what I understand, this was made by one person who's been really dedicated a lot of time, and I've been following this on Twitch, not on Twitch, sorry, on Twitter. I've been seeing the posts that they've got. I believe, if I remember, their Twitter handle will be in the video description as well. And there's been some interesting posts coming from them, and I haven't actually played it yet, and I haven't seen any footage of it being played yet, apart from the kind of what do you call it, kind of promo video. So let's jump into a sandbox game and see what it's all about. We've got an interesting splash screen here. I wonder if that will change in the future. So, first things first, I'm going to pause the simulation. Pause game. Game pause. Now, can I scroll around while it's paused? I can scroll around, zoom in and out. Now, looking at this, we've got a simple room for our arcade to be built in. We can purchase land to expand it. Now, the first thing we're going to do is put a few things in here so that people will want to come and spend all of their money. Now, question number one for me, can we place things whilst it's paused? Now, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the attractions and utilities section, and we're going to put in a toilets. Oh, hang on a minute. It's not letting me. Is it because the game is paused? Let's press play. Yes. Okay, so no building while the game's paused. So, let's just go and put this somewhere. I think if we just put it in this corner for now, that will do. Okay, so it's got a flashing sign above it because it's not turned on. For some reason, there's a power consumption of the toilets of 50 watts. Maybe that's the lights. Maybe they've got electric flushing valves in. Don't know. There we go. It's turned on. And already, we've got somebody in the arcade. They've come in. They're not... apparently, they're hungry. Well, and they're angry. Hang on a minute. Let's pause the game again. Right, the game is paused. So we've got a hungry and angry person. I think if we click on him, we get more information. Yes. Not happy. Very bad hunger. Not thirsty and doesn't need the toilet. So the one thing that we've got, he doesn't need. But he's got what we need, and he's got $153 in his pocket. So let's see if we can relieve him of some of that. So before we go in with some of the arcade machines, we're going to have a look at food and drink. So we're going to get a night. I mean, there's a shop called Brain Freeze, and that is $1,200. We haven't got a lot of dollar in the bank account. We've only got 29,000. I don't know how far that's going to get me. So we're going to go with the food machine, which is cheaper. So we're going to unpause the game and buy a food machine. Now, so I'm going to stack the food machine. Now we've got 4 orientations that the food machine can be in. I'm going to put it here, right outside the toilets, because, you know, you want your food right next to the toilets. And also what we'll have is a drinks machine. Let's make sure we get the right orientation and put that there as well. Right, so we've got a food and a drinks machine. So I can't remember which person we looked at. I think it was Matthew, because, yeah, he's only been in 10 minutes. This guy, he's a bit hungry, but he's all right on the other stuff. And this guy, Alex over here, bit hungry, needs the toilet a little bit. But they've all got lots of money, and we need to get money off them. So to do that, we need to do attractions and utilities, and we need to get some a token machine in. Okay, so the token machine is what allows them to buy tokens to play the arcade game. So I'm going to rotate that and put that right by the door. Now, if they run out of money, they'll need an ATM to purchase more tokens. But for now, we're going to skip that and go into the arcade machine. So we're going to have a quick look. I haven't got massive amounts of money, so we're going to do a little bit of everything. So I'm going to get an arcade machine, and we're going to put it just over there for now. Okay, now we're going to turn this on, and we're going to turn that on. There we go. So now we've got 4 people. Oh, and somebody's playing our first arcade machine. Now, when you zoom in, the graphics, bit funky, but it is a retro style graphics. I do like the way the graphics are done. Some of the stuff in here, the way it looks and feels, reminds me a little bit of... Some people might be thinking I'm going to say The Sims. I'm not talking about that. It reminds me a little bit of Project Zomboid, with the feel and the look of it. Apparently this game was inspired by games like Theme Hospital, Prison Architects, and Game Dev Story. So I can certainly feel some of that in here already. Now, we've got a number of items in here, and our power consumption is gone to half our capacity, which is alright. But I want to kind of provide for the future a little bit. So we can either get a power cell, which gives us 5 watts, or we can get a power cell that gives us 10 watts. And the 10 watt one costs twice as much. So there's no monetary saving, but we're only allowed so many power cells. So we'll get one of the smaller power cells to begin with. So let's continue the game. So now we've got lots and lots of power. We can shove more stuff in here. So on the attractions, we've got pinball. I like a good pinball. You can see that it's got a reliability and a size and a price. Pinball machines seem to be quite a lot more. Oh my goodness, that is one fancy pinball machine. We're going to go with a cheap one. Not the cheap... No, wait, we're going to go with the cheapest. I'm going to put it... Oh, it's a different size. Let's put it on this side over here. So we've got a pinball machine now. People are buying tokens. If we click on the token machine, you can see we can set a sell price. Total users, 0. So apparently we haven't had people actually use that yet. Let's turn on the pinball machine. And you can select how many tokens it costs to play, how difficult it is, how many lives people get per token. And we can sell it and repair it. Now, we don't think we need to repair anything just yet, so we won't have to look at that. So let's have a look what else we've got. So there's gambling. There's the penny pushers, as they're known in some places around the world. Around these parts where I live, they're generally just called the 2p machines. I was going to purchase the most cheapest one, the $800 one, but the next one up at $1,000, reliability is reliable. So, terrible versus reliable. We're going to spend the extra little bit of money. We're going to put it next to this one, and we're going to turn it on. Brilliant. There we go. So we've now got 3 things. Oh, look at all that. We've got lots of coins in there as well. Now, I don't know whether that's tokens. I presume it's tokens. Now, it looks like we might be just pushing the power. No, we've got plenty of power. Lots and lots of power. It looks like somebody's down here. What are they doing? They're very angry. Excuse me, sir. Why are you angry? Dom. He's hungry. He's a little bit thirsty. And he kind of needs the toilet a little bit. Well, you can do all of that. You can do all of that. Now, it's saying here... we're selling the price for tokens. Oh, that's selling the token machine. We don't want to sell the token machine. Now. This machine, Alien, has been used. It's been 7. Oh, no. one player has spent 8 tokens on it, so it looks like the same person's gonna... Looks like people need some money to buy tokens or something. I don't know what that money symbol means. Maybe they need an ATM. Let's go and get an ATM. So, utilities, ATM. Let's wallet that in there and see if it makes a difference. We'll turn it on. There we go. Right. So we've got somebody saying they need a drink. Well, there's a drinks machine right next. Oh, you bought one. Brilliant. Okay. So we'll see if anybody actually uses the ATM. Now, at this point in the video, I'm going to stress that this that I'm playing right now, and I did mention it earlier on, it's not the finished game. There are still a few things that I'm sure will be changed and upgraded at a later date. Oh my goodness, my machine's broken. Okay, right. So, oh my... So, did somebody smash it? It's been vandalised. Well, that is terrible. Hang on a minute. Let's get staff. We can only get mechanics at the moment, so let's have a look here. So there's various mechanics. This one seems to be really good. He's not very happy, but he's clever. And he's got energy, whatever that means. But I want guys a nice mix. And this guy here has got a lot of skills. He's divorced his wife and bought a jet ski. My kind of guy. I mean, not on the divorced wife bit, but the jet ski. You know, that sounds fun. Has 6 kids. Always busy at home. Okay, he was a plumber in a previous life. We'll hire him anyway. Hopefully, he will go and fix our arcade machine. Oh, yes. He's smacking it with a hammer. In true Tycoon style, if you smack something with a hammer long enough, it becomes fixed. Okay, so that looks like it's fixed now, so we can turn it back on. Fantastic. Brilliant. Right, what's next? Let's have a look at some more things that are in the game. So, we've got a number of options here which are grayed out. Presumably we have to unlock them in later levels or by doing some, I don't know, maybe research or something. Not sure. But there's a racing game. Now, there's a terribly reliable... No, apparently all of these racing games are unreliable. So, oh my goodness, they're so expensive. They are really expensive. They're $10,000 each. We've only got 22. That's nearly... Well, we're not having one of them. Modern. Ah, right. So we've got some modern arcade games here. We've got some terrible, some unreliable. There's quite a few different ones. Zombie Invasion. Surgeon's First Day. Clown Cannon. Toxic Slime. Sea Monsters. The reliability of these is not great. Claw machines, though, 5,000. That sounds like something we want to get involved with. I just realised, though, that I just accidentally clicked one without checking. They're all a 3x3. They're all 5k. They're all reliable. Let's just go with one that we like the look of the most. Oh, this blue one. This blue one looks good. Well, apparently I placed one there, but let's sell that and turn that one on. Brilliant. Okay, so looks like things are starting to move forward. Now, I don't know what the finances are looking like. Let's have a look. So, we've been spending money on machines and stuff. We've got staff wages. So that's the expenses. The income, we've got token income. So we've got token income through a number of months. It looks like people have been buying a lot of tokens. We sold an asset because I purchased it by accident, but never mind. So, at the moment, we're not doing very good. The arcade value is worth 7,000. We've got 19,000 in the bank, and we're losing a few thousand each month. But that's not operating profit. That is a different kind of profit. And to me, it's all about the operating profit. So, I think what we'll do is we'll put a few more of the cheapest machines in. We'll put a few more of the retro machines. So, I can't remember, they're only about 800 each, so that should really, hopefully boost the situation. So we've got Crimson Bananas, yep, we all like bananas. This machine here, I am going to move it though, so let's move this machine and put it there. And then I can move the machine that I wanted to put there and put it there. There we go, let's turn that on. Let's turn that one on as well. Now, do I need to turn this penny pusher on now I've moved it? No. Okay. So I think it'd be quite good if we got another penny pusher and put it back to back. We've got an Egypt one. Let's get a treasure one. Oh, we can only place it in those orientations. So we can't do those ones back to back, but we'll have some side by side. There we go. Now, power situation's looking a little bit in the yellow, but for now I think we're okay. There we go. Brilliant. So we've got quite a few more now. We've got somebody at the front door. I don't know what he's doing. It looks like he's got his phone out, looking for some food. Toilets don't need repairing. Fantastic. Okay. So on the staff side of things, we're looking pretty good as well. Food and drink. Yeah, that's all. We can have vendors and stalls later on. Decorations. Oh, the decorations in this game. There's some good decorations. Right, I'm going to move the pinball machine along. And we're going to add a couple more, but I'm going to have a good look at that first. So it looks like they're all reliable, which is brilliant. And so we're just going to pick ones that really stand out. So Fire Strike. Let's put that one there. I didn't mean to put that there. Let's sell that. Our money's not going to be looking very good for a couple of weeks. Alien 3. Danger Zone. That sounds good. Flip Attack. Shotgun Warrior. Nuke. Let's get Nuke. There we go. Alright. So let's turn that on. And looks like power's okay. Let's turn that one on as well. Okay, looking good. So I think what we're going to do is that realise that that's off. And that's off as well. Okay, everything's turned on. Now we can do some decorating. So with decorating, we've got walls, floors and objects. I think we'll go with the walls first. We want something that is kind of retro, but then also in like almost a modern take. I mean, I'm not sure about the wall. There's quite a few different choices for the walls. I mean, maybe we could just do like zones. So behind those ones, we can put that, and then behind these ones, we can put maybe that. To make it like an area or zone. Should we put one more beyond it? Yeah, I like the look of that. Okay, and then for the other parts of the walls, there's something a little bit more plainish, like some bit of brick. Nice standard bricky goodness. Oh yeah, that looks much better. It's almost kind of... I can't decide whether it's modern or retro. We've got a lot of people wandering around inside here now. We'll have to have a look at them sometime soon. But let's do floor decoration next. So I'm thinking something to really offset against the greys and the blacks. We need something bright and bold. Don't think purple is really the best choice. I'm thinking a red or not terracotta. Not terracotta. But we'll have some zone stuff as well. So this swirly, funky stuff. We'll have that around here. That looks swirly and funky. And then the other funky one we'll have around here. Now, how's the money looking? We've still got more than 10 grand in the bank. And then I think we'll have a nice, like, this standard red colour looks like a good base colour. There we go. Make sure we get all around the edges of everything down there. Oh, this is actually quite satisfying, just going around with the mouse. Filling it all in. I don't know if there's any sort of shortcuts or drag sort of areas you can do. But to be honest, I quite enjoy doing it like this. There we are. It's almost like you could do some pixel art, couldn't you? You really could do some pixel art. Well, there we go, folks. There is my first look at what's going on there. I've put a little bit of everything in for the starting points. What we'll do is we'll skip forward a little while and see how the arcade that I've built is performing in a little while's time. I mean, we've got 34% public appeal right now, and it's June year 1. So let's go forward a little bit and see how it is. And it is now December of year 1, and our arcade has been ticking along quite nicely. In fact, if we look at the finances, it's been doing quite well. Most months, we've been turning a profit. Okay, every now and then, not a profit, but overall, doing quite well. Our money's gone up to 14 grand. I've also put in an extra bit of decoration. So in the decorations menu, there's the objects. We've got a few plants, what appears to be llamas. Is that a llama or an alpaca? It's one of the two. Definitely having one of them in. There we go. And there's sofas and phone boxes and some statues and so forth as well. So another thing that we didn't look at yet is the marketing. There's marketing in here. So what you can do is you can choose a marketing strategy, how much you want to spend on it, and how many months you want it to run for, and then buy it. So it cost me £5,000 to give people a free entry voucher. Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's free to get in anyway, so that sounds like a bit of a con to me. But overall, it's looking quite good. The weather's sunny. For some reason, that may or may not make a difference. Our approval rating has gone down to 55%. It just changed again. But overall, I think our arcade's doing quite well. What I'd like to be able to do is also buy an expansion. So we need a little bit more money to come in. If we click on the money symbol, it does come up with our finance summary. We do have the opportunity for some loans, but I don't think we really need that yet. A purchase of a land expansion is costing 10,000, and we've nearly got that already. So what do I think? Well, bearing in mind that this game's not out yet, and when it comes out on the 12th of September, it will be early access. It's not finished. I like it. I like where it's going. It definitely feels like it needs more, and it looks like it's going to have more. There's buttons here that are just placeholders. There's going to be something there somewhere, sometime later. There's lots of different parts of the game down here that is either locked to me right now or is just not in there just yet. This is definitely one to watch. Whether you buy it or not now, I don't know, but it is definitely one to keep an eye on at the very least. I will be coming back to this game throughout its development, and I will be keeping close tabs on the updates. Going to get in contact with the developers as well, let them know my more detailed thoughts on things from a developer standpoint, because I do a bit of development myself as well, but not games on Steam like this. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a very good start to a game. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out throughout the early access. I like the style. I like the way the graphics work. What would I change about the game? At the minute, I don't know. What don't I like about it? Apart from the fact that it's not finished. Not sure. I feel like I like games with lots of depth. That's my personal preference. It's how I like games. So I'd like to be able to see the options for quite a lot of expansion. Depth would probably come with more features, and I'm sure more features are due to come. I can see here that they are looking at doing it so you can hire mafia to protect you from thieves and robbers. There's going to be cowboys stuff, kids stuff. Their campaign's going to be put in there, as well as challenges and objectives. There are quite a few things to be added, and if you want to know more about the game, do check out the link in the description. Also in the description of this video is the instructions about how to register to the competition to win a copy of the game. At the end of this week, I will be picking the winner. So if you want to be within a chance of winning this game, a copy of this game, you need to have your entry in by the end of September 15th, 2019. I forgot what year we're in then. It's 2019. So simple instructions. Follow the instructions in the description of this video. You've got a week, well, just under a week, because it's Tuesday now when this video comes out, until you can enter that competition, and I will give away that early access copy. Of course, you must have Steam, but Steam is a free thing to do. You do have to do it through my website and create an account, but creating an account on my website is free. There's no obligation for anything else that's on that site, so you can just create an account and enter the competition. But that is going to be all for now. I'm sure this game will be back on my channel in some form in the future. Put down in the comments what you think about the game. What things so far you think are good? What things do you think could be improved on? Maybe you could put down what you might be excited for. Overall, I'm quite excited about a lot of things in this game. Now, before we carry on here, I'm just going to purchase this plot of land because we have enough money to do that now. And we can now expand our arcade into that section. But I am going to save the game just there, ready for me to play around with this a bit more. If you want to see me do this as a Let's Play, please put down in the comments, let me know that you'd like me to do that. But that is going to be all for now. Thank you very much for watching. Like I said, the links to the game on Steam and the dev site is all in the description, as well as the links to my Hellish places where you can find out more about me and all the different live streams, giveaways and stuff that I do. Thanks for watching, take care, and for now, goodbye.